Hello traders, hello everyone, and after a few weeks, welcome back to our new video on cryptocurrencies. So I'll look at Bitcoin, just a general view. We'll also look at Doge and MATIC. So what we've been looking for on Bitcoin already back in April and May is potential top formation because of an ending diagonal here that occurred in a fifth wave. Always those ending diagonals will try to bring prices higher, but with a very slow formation. So it's actually the opposite signal for a price drop when actually acceleration occurs, but unfortunately to the downside. So what we have seen later on is a 5-wave drop here that can be still in progress, but I'm afraid that this whole drop is just first leg of a higher degree corrective retracement that can take us much lower. So as you know, corrections are made by 3 waves, and that's why I'm looking this to be only the first leg, because I can count 5 waves down from these all-time highs. Okay, I'm not sure if this current wave 5 is already finished here on June 22nd, or are we going to see a move close towards 20,000? Now I'm tracking for now also as a valid option with an ending diagonal here for a wave 5, and the reason why I think that there can be maybe another dip here before we turn higher for a wave B is because we have only 3-wave rise on smaller time frames. Also, I think that this upcoming correction, so it's not far away, the support can be near, but just keep in mind that this can be a temporary bounce. Okay, always when we have seen some not always, but in many cases when we have seen like 60, 70, 80% of pullbacks on Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, well, these are corrections that can take longer pause, a longer breathe, because after that volatility that we have seen recently, of course, market has to little, slow down. So I'm afraid that this correction will not finish just yet. Of course, there will be rallies and maybe some opportunities on the long side, but just keep in mind that there can be limited resistances because we will be going to look for a wave B rally. Now, why I think that this support may not be far away, maybe around, let's say, 24,000 area, is because if you look at this NVT index, which is actually like PE ratio for cryptocurrencies, actually shows us, I will change the layout here, actually shows us that we can be running here to the lower side of this index. So actually it suggests that we could be approaching some supports, especially if we respect here February. For February, that was February 2018. Then you had December 2018, March 2020. And now again, you could be moving into this very nice potential zone. So if we move into that zone, then maybe a new cycle could occur in the near term, but as I said, only for a wave B rally on Bitcoin. Also, if you look at Google Trends, as you know, a few months back, or that was actually 1 month back, there was a lot of more interest in Bitcoin than right now. So obviously that makes sense for market to look into the other direction, because crowd psychology, it works that way, that crowd is usually on the wrong side. Okay, so we will see how this unfolds, but I really would not be surprised by some kind of a rally. But as I said, this is not ideal opportunity on the long side, because I think that these corrections will be deeper and maybe even much more complex, especially on the short-term basis. I even expect more weakness. So when this market will really turn higher for maybe some kind of a recovery, it will be very important, if you're looking for opportunities, to be very selective. Okay, so one example is maybe, I mean, Dogecoin is definitely having some very clear wave structure here. We have potentially 5 waves up, counting here from start of the year, and then this was a very nice and deep pullback so far. It looks to be overlapping, so I'm looking this to be a counter trend movement. We have retraced all the way back to the former wave 4, while we have seen a nice intraday recovery here, maybe even counted in 5 subwaves. So there can be more upside coming, especially if Bitcoin will also try to stabilize in the next few weeks. Now, if you look at Doge versus Bitcoin, this one is also very interesting. It reversed nicely from the lower trend line support of this corrective channel. So again, maybe we'll see some kind of a recovery. Also, let's take a look at MATIC. As I said, this one is also having a very nice and deep pullback. Maybe an ABC drop, but what is really important that even if that's the case, it's not completed yet, this weakness. Notice that we are still trading here above May levels, but always, not always, but in ideal formations, or usually you will see that wave C will actually trace all the way back to the end point of wave A, which was actually here. And if we consider that this could be also an ending diagonal in wave C, well, that's you surely should be aware of potential another dip before this market may stabilize. But once we are approaching that levels down here, that's when things could become much more interesting. Okay, traders, thank you very much for attention. I hope that this update was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a good day. Bye.